guys, today I have for you my September favourites, which is bittersweet because September is my favourite month. But the closer we get to October, the closer we get to Christmas. I know Halloween is coming up first and I'm kind of two minds about what I'm going to dress as for Halloween. What are you going to dress as? Give me some ideas. I'm kind of thinking of Suki and Bill from True Blood because it's quite an easy costume and you can actually buy the whole thing that she wears to work. So I'm kind of thinking of that, but yeah, we have to get past Halloween and then I can get into full Christmas mode. But for now, we're going to talk about the things that I've loved in September. And I have to admit, I haven't really got into the big autumnal spirit yet. I've been trying to put it off as long as possible so that I don't feel too Christmassy too early. So I'm not going to give you loads and loads of kind of particularly seasonal favourites here. You're probably going to see more of that in the October favourites, but still these are things that I've been loving this month. And I feel like these are kind of more new things. I haven't spoken about these things in a while, or they are new, but there's just a handful of makeup favourites and then some randoms at the end. So I'm going to kick off with the lip colour that I'm wearing right now, and it's actually, I'm wearing a gloss over the top of it, which I wouldn't normally do, but I felt like it was a little bit too bold, completely unintentionally. It totally matches the stripes in my top, and I went for quite a colourful eye makeup look, and so when I put the lip on I thought, this is a little bit too much, so I've kind of muted it out with a bit of a nude gloss, but ordinarily this is extremely neon, very, very similar to my Unapologetic matte balm from Revlon, which I love, but still different enough to need both of them. And this is the Maybelline Colour Drama Intense Velvet Lip Pencil in with Coral, and it is this colour here. It is so neon. Let me just swatch it. I should have got the Unapologetic pen to show you the difference, but seriously, that is so seriously neon. Seriously, that is seriously neon, but it is. I only bought that a couple of weeks ago and I really love it. I even wore it to work the other day and it's way more kind of pop than my Unapologetic one. I feel like it's a lot more kind of wow in your face, but I still felt like I wanted to wear it so much to wear it to work and no one even mentioned it. So obviously it's still not crazy, or people just think that I'm crazy enough to wear super bright lip colour to work. I don't know, but I love that. And I'm going to definitely buy some more of those velvet lip crayons from Maybelline. I think they were £4 or £5 in Asda on offer. I just picked it up with my shopping. I love a bit of random beauty shopping. Next I have these pencils from Makeup Revolution, and all the labels are falling off. Let's just take these off because I don't really need them. They are called All Day and Night, and they are basically dupes as far as I'm concerned. Maybe not if you have particularly oily eyelids or particularly watery eyes or something and you felt like the Urban Decay 24/7 liner did something completely amazing. But for me, they were creamy, you could blend them, but then once they were set they were budge proof, and these do exactly the same thing, and they are a fraction of the price. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I want to say they're like £1.99 or something. Totally mad comparatively, but there are only 5 shades. That's the only kind of letdown for me. I really wish that there were more. They've got, not that you'll necessarily be able to see from here, but anything I have reviewed, including these, I've swatched them all on my blog and I'll link that below. So if you want to see more from this and anything that I talk about that I have blogged about and swatched, I will link below. There's a silver one called Dangerous Games. In fact, I will swatch them just for the sake of swatching. There is a bronze one called Channeling My Inner. I'm not sure whether that's supposed to be channeling my inner something, but One Sin Too Many, which is black, and a green one that is called Lustful Ways. Now I film in my front room, I just can see people walking past all the time and thinking, what do they think I'm doing? And then a gold one called The Last Laugh, because I'm literally facing out onto the street now and people are just walking past like, who is she talking to? Why is there a camera? So they are the swatches. I just am completely in love with these. I wish they brought out a purple and like an aqua blue colour. I'm hoping that these will prove popular enough for them to extend the colour range, but they've been a massive favourite this month. I swear, if you follow me on Twitter, you will have seen me just spamming your timeline with that blog post because I was like, everyone needs to go and try these. They are so good. Then I have quite a new thing. I only got this a week or so in a beauty box. I think it came in the Glamour box that I posted here, and that was the one second, and is this called Volume 1 Second Mascara, or is it 1 Second Volume Mascara? I don't know, but it's the Bourjois mascara that looks like this. And like I say, I got this in that beauty box. Would never have picked it up otherwise. Bourjois is not a brand that generally kind of piques my interest. Very occasionally I'll go for one particular thing someone's told me I need, but I don't tend to kind of browse the Bourjois stand very much. I think it's overpriced. I know that sounds mad because I really love my Revlon stuff and some stuff from L'Oreal I can't live without, but because they're comparative, there's nothing from Bourjois that I feel like I can't get from there, and I already love those brands, so I don't know. I think that's why. I think it's whenever I go over and think, oh, maybe I'll try something, I always think, but it's quite expensive. I don't know. But Bourjois doesn't generally draw me in, but I really, really like this mascara. I'm wearing it today. It does kind of give you those spider lashes. The brush is kind of, it is a rubbery wand, but the bristles are far apart, and so it lengthens and it separates, but then it piles on a lot of product onto the lashes, and so it separates your lashes into kind of thick clumps of lashes, rather than, I know I'm not making it sound very appealing, but I really, really like it. It gives me that length still, and it still gives me volume, and it's different to all the other mascaras that I like as well, so it's just a different look for me, so I really like that one. I didn't expect to, because like I say, not big on Bourjois products. The fragrance that I've been wearing a lot this month is Fresh Brown Sugar, which you can't get in the UK, so I'm kind of loath to mention this, but I really wanted to, because I just love it. I'm just going to put a little bit on because... Oh man, that smells so good. It's just sweet and zesty, and I don't know, but it's so good. And Laura from Laura Loves Beauty is going to Vegas in a few weeks, because we can't even get this shipped to the UK. Like Sephora, you can buy certain things for the UK now, and you cannot get perfumes because I think it's like, it's not even, you can't even get rollerballs, so I assume you just cannot transport them across the country? No, across the water now. I don't really understand why, but you can't get them. So I'm asking her to pick me up a full-size 30ml bottle because I just cannot be without it. I absolutely love this fragrance, and I've really tried to avoid wearing it because I knew I couldn't get another one. I bought the Rollerball whilst we were in New York, and I kind of bought it thinking if I really like it, I'll go back and get another bottle. Or a full bottle, and I wore it during my trip, and I just never bought the bottle, thinking, oh, I'll be able to get it somewhere, and I really can't, so it's really frustrating. But I wanted to mention it because if you do go to the US, you have to smell this, and if you like it, you have to buy it, because I just can't buy it anywhere. And if you know of somewhere in the UK I can get this, please let me know, because I'm obsessed. Please do not drop this. And I feel like by the time I finish the bottle that Laura brings me, I'll be going back to Vegas next year, and I can pick up another one, or 5, just to keep me going. But I love that fragrance, and although it is kind of sugary and sweet, I still feel like it brings me into the autumn winter because it's got that, oh man, I can still smell it so good. It's got that kind of caramelised base to it. I don't know, I just love it. My last beauty favourite is one that I really just totally forgot about, and if you watch my Throwback Thursday favourites, which is definitely going to become a series now, I really enjoy making those videos, and I just rediscovered things that I forgot I liked, and this was one of them. I went back 2 years and looked at my favourites from August, and I raved about the New York blush from Fashionista, and I love this. I've loved this for a really long time. For months and months, if not a year, this was the only blusher that I wore. I really, really liked it. It's very subtle, but you can get a really nice pink glow. I'm wearing a tiny bit of it just on the apples of my cheeks today because I'm wearing something else, a more neutral blush as almost a contour. And I was going to leave that as that, but then when I picked it out for the favourites, I thought, I'll just put a little bit on, and it just gives a nice kind of glowy sheen. You can get quite a lot of colour from it if you build it up. But the shimmer is very, very fine, so it is more of a sheen than a glittery finish, and there's just something about this that I would absolutely recommend that you get. I'm pretty sure Fashionista is still available, although I feel like the last time I looked for it online it was difficult to find bits and pieces, so let me know if that's been discontinued, because if it has, I won't mention it again. But love this. If you can get your hands on it, definitely do, because it's really good value for money as well. So that is all my beauty favourites, or they are all my beauty favourites. Now let's get into my little list. Music. Let's start with music because this is an exciting one. I actually met the Saturdays this month. That was really cool. Garnier, L'Oreal, whatever, because Garnier are L'Oreal's company, or no. Yeah, Garnier belong to L'Oreal, and Garnier are working with Saturdays on their Ultimate Blends hair stuff. Like basically there's like 5 and each of them have warning. You get the idea. There's a campaign and they're involved with it. So Garnier had these tickets to give out and these like VIP experiences, and it was completely amazing because we were given these tickets and I just thought we were going to get tickets to go and see the show, and the actual seats were awesome. We were like four rows back from the front. So cool. So the best seats I could have hoped for anyway, but we were kind of sitting in the little Garnier lounge area, having our hair done and stuff like that, and I took Ella, which was really cool because obviously for a 9-year-old it's even better than for a 28-year-old. I was excited, but she was just like and then they came in and we met them, we had our picture taken, and they were so lovely. And Molly from the Saturdays is just the most gorgeous person I've ever met in real life. And now I'm just like, if I can't look like Molly from the Saturdays, I don't really want to continue with my life because she's just beautiful. Her hair is like everything to me now, so I'm trying to grow it because her hair looked so gorgeous that's my new hair goal. But I'm going to say the Saturdays because since then I have actually downloaded their greatest hits and I've been listening to them a lot. Off the top of my head, I liked 808 and Gentleman, really like that one. It's one of those songs that, there's a lot of songs I really like and I know they're not that great. It's a really good song, but it's not something that I would say put on when a load of people are there because I think they'd be like, this is not great, but it's so catchy and I love it. I'll give you an example. Britney Spears had an album, what album was it? Was it Circus? I can't remember, but there was a song called Fire and Ice or Cold as Fire, Hot as Ice, something like that. It was really terrible, but I loved it and I just listened to it and listened to it and listened to it and listened to it because it was so catchy. I just loved it. But yeah, random. Movies. Let's talk about Saving Mr. Banks. I watched that on Sky this month and I bawled my eyes out. I mentioned this in a previous video, but seriously, it's one of the saddest. It's not a sad film, it's got a happy ending and all, but it's about kind of this girl and her life and what her childhood was like, and I just wept for the entire film. Definitely would recommend watching it, but prepare yourself because I was not prepared to cry, and I cried and cried and cried. TV wise, we are holding off on watching the final season of True Blood because we don't really want to say goodbye to that yet. So I'm going to wait probably till next month and then we'll just like binge watch that in an evening. But I've been rewatching Revenge on Netflix because the 3rd season, I want to say, maybe the 4th season. The most recent season is now all on Netflix, so I'm rewatching that one now. Finished watching Once Upon a Time, so I'm waiting for that new season, and we're now bizarrely rewatching Friends. I haven't watched Friends in the longest time. We used to watch it every single night before bed. Last things before I go, because my battery is definitely going to run out, I still want to recommend Ms. Gold Girl Marnie if you haven't watched her videos, and also Simone Scribes. I've loved her videos, I love her vlogs, please go and check her out. But I should go now because my camera's going to die. So I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to check out all the links below, and bye!